riches. Omolewa was tired. She had roamed the streets of Lagos for months, applying for jobs, attending interviews, and receiving the same disappointing response, "We'll get back to you." But no one ever did. At 24, standing tall at 6 feet with her oblong face and radiant brown skin, she was a striking beauty. Yet, beauty alone didn't pay the bills. One evening, after another fruitless job hunt, she sat on a wooden bench in a quiet part of town, her head buried in her hands. She didn't notice the old woman approaching until she spoke. "My child, why do you look so troubled?" Omolewa looked up. It was Mama Ife, the woman who always called her hidden riches whenever she passed by. No one knew much about the old woman, but she had a way of speaking as if she saw beyond the present. Omolewa sighed. "Mama, I need money. I've tried everything, but no job is coming my way." Mama Ife nodded knowingly. "Time will bring you what is yours, but it will take long," she said. "However, there is another way." Omolewa's eyes lit up with curiosity. "What way?" Mama Ife reached into the folds of her wrapper and pulled out a simple silver ring. "Wear this always," she said, pressing it into Omolewa's palm. "Favor will follow you wherever you go. Doors will open, people will bless you, and you will lack nothing." Omolewa's heart pounded. It sounded too good to be true. "What's the catch?" Mama Ife's expression darkened slightly. "One rule, my child. Never let water touch the ring." Omolewa hesitated but then nodded. What was a little caution compared to a life of ease? She slipped the ring onto her finger, and at that moment, a strange warmth spread through her body. The next day, she stepped out, and magic happened. A stranger paid for her breakfast. By afternoon, she was invited to an exclusive business event by a woman who mistook her for someone important. Within a week, she was working as a personal assistant to a top oil executive. Money flowed effortlessly. Months passed, and Omolewa's life transformed. She had a beautiful apartment, a car, and invitations to the most prestigious gatherings in the city. The ring had indeed brought her favor. But then, the unthinkable happened. One evening, as she removed her makeup, a drop of water slipped from her wet hands and landed on the ring. A sharp pain shot through her finger, and she gasped, trying to pull it off. The ring wouldn't budge. Panic set in as she watched the silver turn black, then crumble into dust. The very next day, everything changed. The oil executive fired her without explanation. Her bank account, once overflowing, seemed to bleed money. The same people who once adored her now ignored her. Within weeks, she was back where she started, jobless, struggling, and lost. She returned to the place where she had first met Mama Ife, desperate for answers, but the old woman was nowhere to be found. And then she understood. The ring had given her shortcuts, but it had never been her true riches. The real hidden riches were within her, her resilience, her patience, her ability to rise again. This time, Omolewa did not beg for magic. She worked, she learned, and though it took years, she built a fortune of her own. A fortune that no water, no curse, and no loss could ever take away.